Trader Joe's has a much better price.
Aren't coffee beans like inside of a husk of some sort? Like, aren't they shelled before they're roasted and stuff? Does that help?
You know what? All I know is that it's very heavily pesticided, and I know that it had a totally different effect on my system when I was drinking regular coffee as opposed to organic coffee. I mean, I'm going on 47, okay? So, you know, it's just like little by little I've kind of learned what works for me. And I know that growing up on my coffee habit, okay, it just really made my stomach more acidic, and I was just more out of whack. And now I could drink organic coffee all day long and it doesn't even affect me.
How about kava?
Everybody's different. You know, you have to try to see how things affect you. Kava helps people relax. You know, it's...
No, I mean the coffee.
Oh, the coffee kava.
Yes.
You know, you have to always look at the ingredient list. I'm not quite sure what's in that ingredient
What
list.
about pesticides with that?
That's a good point. It probably would have some pesticides, but anything in moderation. If you eat a lot of vegetables, it'll wash some of the pesticides down, right? But I'm just saying, you can't do an all or nothing thing, you know? It's hard to be perfect. So just in general, just try more of the organic coffee beans, you know?
What about pectin?
The reason I have the vinegar here is because people have such toxic cleaning agents in their kitchen, and really all you really need is white vinegar. It cleans everything. It kills molds. It kills fungus. It kills fungus under your nails. Okay? White vinegar actually is good for your immune system, and it's just the greatest cleaning agent. It cleans everything. Smells bad for 10 minutes, gone. Yeah, it's really great. A great cleaning agent in the kitchen. As far as, well, I was going to be organized about this and talk about, you know, proteins, carbohydrates, fats, and kitchen utensils, but I'm ADD, so forget about that, being organized. Kitchen utensils is kind of an interesting thing, because if you use a plastic ladle when you're making your soup, you know, you're at risk for some of that plastic going into the hot soup, okay? And also,
what about if you're just scooping it out to put it in the dish?
I would say stainless steel. Stainless steel, okay? Forget plastic, forget microwaves. If you looked at microwave water, you wouldn't believe. If you go to actually the booth, the ionization booth, you know, those folks, I'm going to start using that in my practice as a dietitian. That's why I invited them here.
Okay.
Yeah, because it helps alkalize your system. When you become acidic, that creates inflammation. Inflammation is like a switch to turn on diabetes, heart disease, cancer, whatever you're predetermined genetically to have in your family. Inflammation is the trigger. Manage inflammation and you manage disease. And alkalized water is one way to manage the inflammation in your system. Eating more greens is another way to manage inflammation in your system. And also staying away from foods that are toxic, that create inflammation. You know, your protein, your carbohydrate, your fat. There's good and there's bad, like your sugar. This is bleached borax, brightening white sugar, and it creates inflammation in the body. And I used to produce a radio show in Cleveland called Healthy People Radio. I had a Dr. Nancy Appleton on who had done some research about how it takes 2 teaspoons of sugar to weaken the immune system. White sugar. And it's been bleached. Yeah.
Is the Splenda any better?
The Splenda is still got the synthetic element to it, and some people get headaches from it. Everybody's different. If it works for you, fine, but I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole.
Is it then better to use brown sugar?
Yeah,
Brown
those
sugar is just
questions
white
always
sugar with
drive things in a
molasses.
different direction.
So, yeah.
So what sugar do you
Raw
recommend?
sugar is just a gimmick.
Xylitol.
Yeah. If you want sugar, I would say go with an organic dehydrated cane juice. They take the cane and then they basically dehydrate it. They don't mess with it. They don't add bleach. You know, it's just dehydrated cane. And so, and organic would be good. So if you want cane sugar. But anyway, yeah, so your sugar, so instead of sugar, you might want to try the stevia or the xylitol.
Can you elaborate a little bit about microwaving?
Oh yeah, the microwave. When I was just bringing up the ionizer booth, there's a book, I forget, Michael Hishio, whatever it is his name, I'm not sure what it was, but he took pictures of water molecules, and if you put your intention of love, tranquility, peace, you know, it actually changes the structure of the water, and they've taken pictures of it. And actually they have a book there that you can look at, how you can actually change the structure of water with your intention. Now, if you take water and you put it in a microwave, it looks like that water molecule is like went through World War III, or 4, 5, whatever it was. The water molecule is completely blasted. There's no beautiful, intricate pattern, lacing. I mean, it's amazing how different every single molecule of water is when you put your intention behind it. But when you put it in the microwave, it loses all structure, and it's a disgusting thing to look at. And you don't want to drink water that's been heated up with a microwave.
What about food?
If it does that to water, what's it doing to food?
Doing the same thing.
Now look at Teflon, okay? I got this. Where did I find this pan?
Second-hand stuff?
No, my friend's kitchen. All right. Okay.
You should use it as a double boiler.
Or a pot. You could use it as a plant. You could put plants in here, but it might kill them too. Actually, Teflon, all it takes is one scratch, and it's no good after one scratch. And even if there wasn't a scratch, I wouldn't use it. And if you have birds, make sure that you get them out of the room when you're using Teflon, because they could kill birds. It's like the canary thing.
Well, if it can kill birds, why not?
Exactly. It's like the canaries have very sensitive systems, and if you have birds and you're using Teflon and you're heating and frying, actually it can harm your bird. But Teflon is a bad idea.
So what about the oil?
Have very sensitive systems.